record this here. So I wanted to come on live today. I said I was going to come on, and I wanted to show you how I'm using the ATH indicator that our team gives you when you become a member of our team, when you join our team as a customer. I wanted to show you the ATH indicator in action. So I'm not going to go through how I actually mark up my charts every week. What I do is I basically go to TradingView and I go through all 28 pairs here that I have listed. I go through each one of them over the weekend. I'm going to do that later today after I make this video for you guys. But I go through each one and basically I look for the higher time frame trend, So I look at the 4-hour trend, the daily trend. I want them to tell us the same story. They tell the same story. If they're both going up, if they're both bullish, then I will look at the 4-hour chart to identify an area of interest, which is usually a 4-hour banker candle. Now, if you don't know what a 4-hour banker candle is, then you need to register for our free live training that we do every day, Monday through Friday. Not every day, but Monday through Friday, 12 p.m. Eastern time. The leaders in our trading community go live and they teach our strategy, and they tell you about the only 2 patterns that you'll ever need to look for, which are the signature pattern in the banker's box. Talk about the banker's candles. And so you can register for that for free. There's no charge for that. You get 1 week of free training. You get access for 1 week to the live training webinars, and you also get access to the recordings for that week. You also get a free exit manager indicator, which is an awesome tool that I use. I'll be showing you that in future videos. But I use that on all of my trades to lock in my profits. So you get that absolutely free. You get a free week of training, a free indicator, just for getting back to me and registering for that. So the next training session will start tomorrow, Monday, September 26th, 12 p.m. Eastern time. So get back to me today if you need to get that free week of training. There's some contact information down below this video, or just comment down below the video and I'll send you all the info you need to do that. So I look for 4-hour banker candles. Now, what I do is once I identify a 4-hour banker candle on here, then I set an alarm. So right here you see on this particular chart here, AUD CAD, there was an alarm set right here on this 4-hour banker candle. So once I do that, I go through all the pairs, all 28 pairs that I have on here. I think there's 28, might be 29. I just look at the Forex pairs. I don't do the indices or the Bitcoin or anything like that, or gold, just the Forex pairs. And so I set the alarms, and then when that area is hit, I'll get an email alert, to my phone, to my laptop, and then that tells me I need to go and now check out that chart to see if there's a trade, if there's a possibility to take a trade. So what I do is once I get that alert, and let me just show you the alerts here that came in on Thursday. So this was Thursday, 9/22. This was just this past Thursday. So I got an alert here for GBP AUD, right? So what we got here, this is just our eBay sales here. Let's get rid of that. Okay, so I got an alert here for GBP AUD. And so what I do at that point is I go, I'll check my TradingView chart just so I can see what I had marked up there. And we can see on the 4-hour chart, I had this area here marked up, this 4-hour banker candle right here. So what I'll do is I'll come into my MT4 and I will pull that pair up. Okay, and then what I want to do is, if I don't have it already put on here, I'm gonna add the ATH indicator. So and so since this is a sale, I'm going to select what I have saved here for the sale, and then there you have it. So it will add the ATH indicator. Then what I do is, now this is a few days ago, so obviously it looks a lot different at this point. I'm trying to show you how this works. So this is actually, let's see, This is actually that 4-hour banker candle, and you can see that it is just hit. It just gets hit by this candle right here, okay? So once that gets hit, once I mark this up, I then drop down to the 1-hour chart, and I look for the ATH signal to go off, okay? And that's what these red arrows are here. The red arrows are sell signals, the blue arrows are buy signals. Now, we just don't randomly take these trades because the arrows go off, right? We look for everything else that's in our trading plan, and then if it's a pair that we're looking to take a trade on, we wait for this indicator to go off as a confirmation, okay? And that's what I'm showing you today here. So on the 1-hour chart, what happens is there's where that candle gets hit right to the pip, by the way, that 4-hour banker candle. That's that 4-hour banker candle right here. We're now on the 1-hour chart. That's where we enter our trade. We look for our ATH confirmation and enter a trade. So right here, we get the ATH confirmation. So we would then take this trade once that candle closes, because until that candle closes, that arrow may go away, right? Once the candle closes, that arrow stays there. If it's there, it stays there forever. If it's not there, it's not going to show up. So this indicator does not repaint. It changes while the candle is live, but once the candle closes, it will not repaint. So we would take this trade right here at the open of the next 1-hour candle. And as you can see here, you have very little drawdown on this trade, right? No drawdown at all. You know, our stop loss would be set up here somewhere, but we have no drawdown at all. And it proceeds to drop 445 pips, okay? And this was just Thursday this came out. So this dropped 445 pips on Thursday and Friday. So you can see the power of this indicator. Once this indicator goes off, that's our confirmation. You know, once everything else is in line, right? Right, for my trading plan, the trends are, you know, the higher time frame trends are in line. I find one of the two patterns that we look for. I identify a 4-hour area, an area on 4-hour chart using a 4-hour banker candle. I send an alarm on TradingView. Once that alarm is hit, I get an email alert like I just showed you. I come to this chart and I wait for the ATH confirmation. Now, in this case, with almost no drawdown, this drops 445 pips. Okay, so that was that one. Let's show you another one. Another one came out for EUR USD. Okay, so again, I would go to EUR USD on TradingView just to make sure I know where I'm at here, right? And this was, you know, where I put my alarm. See the little clock there with the alarm on it on TradingView, and you can see that that gets hit. So when I go back here, what I would do is once that alarm goes off, I come over here and I pull up EUR USD. And then the first thing I want to do is, since this is a sell, right, I'm going to add my indicator. I don't add the indicator unless my alarm goes off on TradingView, because I don't want to get alerts, you know, all the time to my phone for the indicator. Okay, so this is a sell, so we're going to add the indicator. Again, we're going to go to the 4-hour chart. We're going to find where that banker candle is at. Okay, and I mark it up on this 4-hour chart. The banker candle is actually right there. So you can see that this 4-hour candle right here comes up, hits that banker candle, and that's why the alarm goes off on TradingView. Okay, so now I drop down to the 1-hour chart. I want to make sure I go on the MT4 here because that's where I have the ATH installed. Okay, we do have an ATH version coming out for TradingView, but it hasn't come out yet. Right now we have an ATH for MT4 and for MT5, but the TradingView one is coming in a couple weeks, I believe. But right now I like to drop down to MT4 anyway, because the brokers, you know, the charts show up a little bit different on TradingView than they do on MT4. And so I want to make sure that I actually have the banker candle here on MT4 and it does actually get hit. Okay, so I see it gets hit. I drop down to the 1 hour. Here's my 4-hour candle right here. Here's where it gets hit. Okay, and then over here, okay, it goes for a while. And then finally over here, I get the ATH confirmation to sell. Now you can see here, I got a buy here, but I'm not looking to buy this. So I just ignore the buys, right? I only want the sells because I'm going to sell this. I'm not going to buy. Okay, so the indicator goes off right here. So once that candle closes, again, this is on the 1 hour chart. Once that candle closes, we would take the trade. Now, again, our stop would be placed somewhere up above here, maybe up above this one or up above this one. But again, there's no drawdown, very little drawdown at all once I get in this trade, you know, and then it drops 150 pips, okay, after the indicator. This is after the indicator goes off. Now, if you look here from where it hits the banker candle, right up here, it actually drops 233 pips. Now, there are some situations where I would take this trade based off of it just hitting the banker candle. There are a few situations where I will do that, but those are based on my training plan, and I don't want to confuse you with that. So right now, I'm just showing you the ATH confirmation, okay? So the ATH confirmation goes off here, and it proceeds to drop with very little drawdown at all. Like I said, 143 pips. So let's pull up another one now. The next one here is USD JPY. So again, if I go to trading view here, pull up USD JPY, I see this was in a strong uptrend on both the 4 hour and the daily. So I was looking to buy this at this banker candle area right here. You can see my alarms set right there. So if we go to that chart here on MT4, by the way, I hope this is live on Facebook. I really didn't check. I know I'm recording it, so either way, I'll be able to post it for you guys. So right here, again, we were looking to buy this one on the 4 hour. So what we do is we add the buy indicator, the ATH. These are just templates that I save, okay? You can see here that the indicator's added right here. And what I do is I have one for buys and I have one for sells. So this way, I don't want a sell alert on this. So I won't get alerted to my phone when the sell alerts go off. I only get alerted when the buy alerts go off, okay? And what I just have it send me an email. So that way I know to go to my chart and possibly take the trade based on the price action, right? So we put that on there. And again, on the 4 hour candle here, the banker candle we were looking at, I believe, was this candle right here. So this is the last down candle before the up move. And you can see here that it went right through this candle. So the price action right here shows you that this may not be a good trade to take, right? On the other two trades I showed you, it just barely went up and hit that candle right to a pip. Now, sometimes it will blow right through this candle because, again, there's another banker candle right here. So there's another area that the banks may be looking at all the way down here, okay? But you see what happens is there's no ATH indicator going off here. So the ATH doesn't give you an alert to buy until right here, okay? Now that's on the H4. I don't use the ATH on the H4, but just to tell you, we drop down to the H1, right? And here's where that banker candle gets hit. And like I said, it goes right through there, comes all the way down to this next banker candle area where the banks were obviously in drawdown. So they needed to go down there to get out of the trades, you know, at break even. So, but again, no ATH indicator goes off here. So you're not losing any money. You don't get in the trade. You don't take the trade if you decide to take it at all, because based on this price action here, I would not take this trade now. But just to show you, the reason why I wouldn't take this trade is because it broke all this structure here on the way down. If we look at the 4 hour chart, right, you know, it hasn't broken this daily structure, this 4 hour structure right here, because it didn't close below this low down here. But there's probably a very good chance it will. So based on this price action, I probably wouldn't take this trade. Okay, but just following the plan here, you see that the ATH doesn't go off until right here. So on this particular trade, you would get in right here. You would have some drawdown, but you would probably put your stop down in this area so you wouldn't get stopped out. And you would currently be up about 40 pips on this trade. You would have been up about 62 at the most right here on this candle. But right now, you would be up about 40 pips on this trade, even though the price action is horrible on this pair. And I probably wouldn't take the trade, but based on the ATH confirmation right here, if you did take it, you would still be up without getting stopped out of the loss. Okay. So, and we go into detail in our training, where you actually want to put your stop loss based on what candle the ATH indicator goes off on. Now, remember, guys, you can get a free week of training with our community, absolutely free. You get access to Monday through Friday live webinars, 12 p.m. Eastern time. And if you can't make the lives, you get access to the recordings of those webinars for 1 week only. You'll also get the exit manager indicator for free. Now, in order to get our proprietary ATH indicator, this is only available to our community, people on our team, customers of ours. In order to get this, you have to be a customer. So if you're interested in becoming a customer, let me know. There's actually a deal going on right now where you can save $150. I don't know how much longer that will last, but it's currently it's currently active right now. So you could save $150 by becoming a customer. Not only that, you'll get free access to our training for 1 week. Once you become a customer and you're a paying member of the company we're with, you'll get access to everything they have for 1 week. And if you don't like it, you can cancel and get a refund. Okay. So you could try everything out for 1 week, really risk-free. But once you become a customer of ours, you will get access to this ATH indicator. Okay. You have to be a customer. The password for this indicator changes every week, guys. So you can't just become a customer and then cancel. You'll lose access. Every week the password changes for this indicator. Anyway, that was another trade there with USD JPY. Here's another one that went off. CAD CHF, CAD CHF. And again, I go back to my trading view to see where I had that marked up at. So this was obviously in a downtrend on the 4-hour and on the daily charts. And I marked up this 4-hour banker candle right here. I sent an alarm here and that went off. So then I go to my MT4. And I have all the pairs down here in alphabetical order so that I can get to them easily. And so on the 4-hour chart here, that banker candle area, I already have it marked right here, was right here, okay? And so if we add our ATH indicator here, again, we drop down to the 1-hour chart, right? What happens is when you add the indicator, it removes any drawings that you have on here. So that's why I always add it first. But in this case, the line was already there. So there's the 4-hour candle that we had marked up. And again, we drop down to the 1-hour and we see that gets hit right here and the price action blows right through it. Okay. But again, there's no ATH alerts here until right here. We get a sell alert with the ATH indicator right here. And again, if we take that trade at the close of that candle and the open of the new 1-hour candle, we have no drawdown on that trade. And it ends up dropping about 46 pips and currently would be up 21 pips at this point. Okay. Now, you may or may not hold your trades over the weekend. We don't recommend that you hold trades over the weekend because sometimes your pairs that you're in will gap up or gap down, and that'll cause you to lose more than what your stop loss is if it does that. So you probably would have gotten out of this trade with a 21 pip gain. But again, this is one of those trades where based on this price action here, how it blows through this candle and it actually goes up to the next banker candle right here. Right here is the next banker candle. And so, you know, the banks or the institutions needed to come up here, and you see they just came right up there to the pip. They need to get out of there. They're in drawdown on trades up there, right? Because they had to do things to push the price up and then push it down. So they're basically in drawdown up there. So they need to go up there just to get out of those trades at break even, because they already made all their money by taking the money off of the retail traders. Again, we teach all of this in our live training, which you get access to for 1 week free of charge. So that's another good trade based off the ATH indicator. Now, all these trades, guys, are from Thursday. Again, I marked up my charts and I waited for the alerts to go off. And when they went off, you know, I take my trade. So the next one here, the last one that went off on Thursday is EUR CHF. So again, we go back to trading view, we pull up our chart, right? This chart was actually in a downtrend on the 4-hour and the daily. So I marked this 4-hour area right here, right? And I set an alarm there. So when we go back here, what is that? EUR CHF, right? So right here, we see we already have our lines here. So we're going to put our, this was our 4-hour candle right here that we selected, right? And we see that the price action pushed this all the way up to here. So anyway, let me just put the sell alert, the ATH on here. And then I'm going to grab this, put that banker candle. That was the banker candle we looked at, we targeted. But we also have another 4-hour banker candle up here in this area. So since this banker candle here is smaller, I would put these two candles together. I would use this area here. So again, it blows through this whole area, guys. And, you know, with this price action, it blows through the areas, but it doesn't close. You could see that it closes back down inside. So that kind of makes this price action still valid for me. Now, if you're the type of person that sets limit orders right at these banker candles, you're obviously going to get stopped out with a loss. That's why we don't do that. We look for some type of confirmation. Now, there are some times, like I told you, where based on price action, I will take the trade when it hits the banker candle, but I wait for the candle to close to see how the price action is around that area that I'm interested in. So anyway, right here, our ATH doesn't go off till right here. Okay, so again, this is a trade that I probably wouldn't take based on this price action, even though it does close down below here. You know, it kind of goes all the way up to here. And so I don't know. I'd have to look at it. But based off of this ATH indicator that goes off right here on this candle, we would get in on this candle here. We would have very little drawdown. Our stop loss would be up here, but we would have very little drawdown. And this actually drops 60 pips at one point. And again, you'd currently be up 36 pips on this, right? And if you don't hold your trades over the weekend, you would probably got out of this trade with 36 pip or 30, you know, anywhere from 25 to 35 pip gain. Okay, so these are just 5 trades that went off on Thursday, right? I got all these alerts from TradingView on Thursday. Again, I mark up my charts on TradingView. I set the alarms. When the alarms go off, I get notified. I go to MT4. I check to make sure that the banker candle in the area is valid on MT4, right? I add my ATH indicator, the buy or the sell alert, depending on which way I want to go. And then I drop down to the 1 hour and I wait for the ATH to go off. So all 5 of these trades that went off on Thursday were winning trades. And if you don't hold your trades over the weekend like we don't, then you would have gotten out of all the trades at profit at this point. So that's what we have here, guys. Again, you can get a free week of training with our community. just contact me down below here on Facebook, or if this is on YouTube, there's some contact information down in the description area. Just get with me. I'll get you registered for your free week of training. Next training starts tomorrow, Monday, September 26th, 12 p.m. Eastern time. You'll get access to a full week, Monday through Friday. And if you can't make the lives, you'll get access to the recording of those live trainings for a full week. Okay. You also get the Exit Manager Indicator absolutely free. Okay. Once you become a customer of ours, once you try us out and you see everything that you're going to get from our community, as well as everything you get from the company that we all join, then you'll see, and you also get our proprietary ATH indicator, which will give you these confirmations that I just went over with you today. So I'll be coming on live later on the week, guys. I'll go through pairs. I'll show you how I look for the higher time frame trend and how I mark up the 4-hour areas. But again, so you know what I'm talking about, you're going to want to take the live training if you haven't done so already. Till next time, this is Bill Soriano. Make it a great day trading Forex.